Hey YouTube, I don't know if I said this in the last video, but I am transitioning from relaxed to natural hair. And because of that, I don't, in the last video I had on a wig. It was a half wig, curly or whatever. So, but I didn't wear it every day. I wore that if I was going out, when I go to work, or just the gym or anything regular. I would just pull my hair back. But I had to constantly put stuff in my hair and manipulate it to some extent. So I was like, you know what? Time for a weave. So a friend of mine told me about a store named Lugos here. And this is basically just a review on Lugos. So, um, about a few weeks ago, I heard about Lugos, so I started looking it up. And what popped up on Google was Tony Lugos. So I seen that they said they have a store on 33rd between First and Lexington, if I'm not mistaken. I believe what it said. But she was telling me there's one in Brooklyn. So I'm like, how is there one in Brooklyn when it only says that? So I called the one in Manhattan, and they were like, no, we're the only store. So I'm like, okay. She lied to me. I was upset. Then I went to the address she told me that the store was, and it was there. But it was not called Tony Lugos. It just said Lugos. But then while I was waiting, because the way they do it is you can't just walk in. They have to give you a little ticket, and they call you when you can come inside, which is weird, number one. So while I was waiting, I was talking to another lady that was there, and she was telling me how Anthony Lugo was one of them. They used to work there. He got his own store, but it's still basically the same company. It's still the same thing. So basically, when you go inside, you will see a bunch of hair all over the walls, in tied up, it'd be like this with the hair coming out just all over the walls, and it'll go by texture. So like what I got is this is relaxed straight. I curled it, which is why it looks like this, but it was bone straight. And you see it on the wall, you pick out what you want, and then based on your hair quality, they can like mix your hair, like mix the relaxed straight with a little bit more coarse hair, depending on what your hair looks like, or mix colors depending on excuse me, but depending on your hair. So I got the relaxed straight. First of all, the guy wasn't really helpful that was working there. He didn't really answer my question. My main issue that I had is I didn't want to have to be one of those girls you see with the big weave brush everywhere they go, combing out the back, because sometimes weave tends to get these big knots in the back, and I didn't want to have to deal with that with the price that I'm paying for the hair. He couldn't tell me. He said, you have to try it out. Like, I don't want to try it out. I want to know before I spend money on hair like this. So after a long time of asking, there was a girl working there, and she basically explained everything to me. Said it was a good investment, so I was like, you know what? I'll just try it. So I did. So then after you do it, since it's just loose hair, they sew it up right in there for you. They tell you wait about half an hour and in the little waiting room, and they'll call you. I was waiting in that waiting room for an hour and 20 minutes before I finally did get called. But regardless, I got my hair. And for now, I'm pretty happy with this. Like, I can feel the difference between this hair and hair that you would get in a package. Like normally, before when I had weave, which was a while ago, but I do remember it was Outre, and I liked Outre except for the knotting. There wasn't too much shredding from my experience with Outre, but this just does feel a lot more natural, and it blends perfectly with my hair. I don't know. Let me see if I can get it there. See, like it goes right along with my hair because all this in the front here is mine, and you can't even like tell. It blends perfectly. The color, the texture, everything. So yeah. So when I went to the hairdresser, she told me about another place called, I believe she said Mona's, and told me that maybe I should try Mona's next time. How their hair is a little better quality, but they're a little more expensive. She said because they do it by the ounce. It's about 90 something dollars an ounce. I got, no, $9 something for 4 ounces. I got 8 ounces, so I paid 190 something, 190 actually flat. And there was no tax on it unless you used a credit card, but I paid cash. So yeah, pretty much this is the hair. My hairdresser said that this should last me for a while. I think I'm probably gonna keep it in maybe 2.5, maybe 3 months. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep posting up another video to show the progress, to see if I'm right about this hair and if this hair really is worth the investment before anybody goes out and gets some. Okay. So until next time.